was a good win. I thought our bench was terrific. Combination of Anderson and Z, combined for 24 points and 16 rebounds. Then you have Delonte, who played extremely well, run the team with 6 assists and 14 points. I thought it was a good evening from those guys. To have 29 assists on 43 baskets also means that we did a nice job moving the ball. Obviously, teams are going to go on runs, and Washington went on a run in the third quarter, and they were hitting threes, getting to the rim, and in the first 6 or 7 minutes, we didn't do a good job of buckling down defensively and making them feel us physically without fouling. They kind of went and got what they wanted to time after time. But then towards the end of the third, we did buckle down. We did get stops, which allowed us to get out and run and play on the other end of the floor. So that was good to see. I thought tonight also we had some very good possessions where we reversed the basketball. And we've talked many times to our team about reversing the ball, getting the defense to move with a purpose, and I thought we did that tonight. I thought we had multiple drives and kicks on some single possessions too, so that was good to see. And if we could do that on the offense end of the floor, we'll get a lot of assists like we had tonight, and we'll win a lot of ball games as long as we defend.
Mike, can you talk about how involved in the offense Shaq was in that first half?
And a lot of Shaq's buckets came off of guys driving and kicking or driving and dumping the ball to him. I mean, he spaced the floor correctly when somebody drove. And that's what you're going to get with the big fella. If teams are going to take their body off of him and go help on a drive, as big as he is, we got guys that can get him the ball. So I thought our guys did a nice job of reversing the basketball tonight, Rick, and then not only reversing it, but driving it also multiple times, which got their defense to move. And now when we're getting in that painted area, Shaq's getting touches, rolling to the rim. He's getting touches, stepping to the rim. I think he got a couple of and ones just off of that situation alone. And it was good to see. So it wasn't just about us coming down and calling a play for him and throwing the ball into the big fella or anything like that. A lot of it was just off of playing basketball the correct way with our principles.
What made you go with Karan?
They had Karan. They kept Karan on the floor at the start of the second, and Jawad's a tough kid. He's a tough kid. He does a nice job defensively in practice. He's a guy that has to go against LeBron every day. He makes LeBron work, and not only that, he's got some size to him. And so I felt that we'd take a look at Jawad on Karan without double teaming. I thought our defense was in a nice little flow, and I didn't want to start running around double teaming and possibly giving Washington some looks from the perimeter, or not only catch and shoot looks, but catch and drive looks versus our closeouts, because they got inside our defense the last time we played them up there very easily. So I felt like we go with Gerard to see if his length can make Karan work a little bit instead of playing with Gil, Lowe, and Delonte on the perimeter.
Hey, Mike, I know they got a lot of weapons, but how much easier are they to defend without Gilbert?
Well, I tell you, Gil is an all-star, and he can hurt you in many different ways. And, we're talking about 20-plus points a game that wasn't on the floor tonight for him, and, I don't know, 5 to 7 assists probably, if not more, that wasn't on the floor. And stats that you can't measure. If somebody has the ball and you're guarding Gilbert, you're not going to help as much because you know that he's capable of stringing 4 or 5 buckets together himself. And so just his presence out there alone will open up the floor for other players on his team. So, it's part of the business, and just like anybody else, they got to figure out how to win. We don't care who's in front of us. We want to try to play the right way in order to get the win. And I thought for most of the game we did.
You shoot 57% assists through backup, ball movements up, player movements up. How much of that is a result of you guys just having time to get on the practice floor yesterday and work some things out?
Some of it, is, no doubt about it. It was good to be able to to get out there and sweat and kind of coach and talk on the fly, and you know, and I think the guys enjoyed it too. I don't know if they enjoyed it as much as I did, but they did enjoy it because we haven't been there in a while. But we understand that just one practice or even practice tomorrow is not going to you know, correct all the mistakes that we have to correct. You just hope that you get a little bit better, and the time we spent on the floor, you know, you felt that you did. But you know, we still have a ways to go before we really want to be. If that makes sense.
Hi, Coach. Parker did very well on three-point shooting today. How do you
I'm sorry,
think?
say one more time.
Parker did very well
Parker, yeah.
on three-point shooting today. How do you think of his performance?
It was good. I thought, you know, he spaced the floor extremely well, and you know, he got a lot of his looks off of drives from his teammates. And you know, you get multiple drives like we had, and you get aggressive drives like we had, and he's a guy that's going to step in and knock that shot down time and time again. So it was good to see him shoot the ball the way he did.